Hey guys, this is Patty B within the Holler. I got another firearm I'd like to share with y'all. This is the S&W Equalizer, chambered in 9mm. The Equalizer is a polymer framed, hammer fired 9mm pistol that feeds from Smith & Shield Plus magazines. My buddy Archer just picked this up from the local Academy Sports. Got a pretty good deal on it, I think. He paid $450 for the gun. It came with one 10-round mag, and then I think it was like a tag pack or a bundle or whatever you want to call it. But came with a range bag, an Uplula loader, which is always nice, a 13-round magazine, and two 15s. So pretty good value for what he got. To me, the Equalizer, just seems like an evolution of the Shield EZ. It has similar features other than the, you get the double stack magazine, but like the EZ, hammer fired, it has the grip safety and the super easy to rack slide. Specs on this, 3.6-inch barrel, and it weighs 23 ounces with an empty magazine on my scale. We'll hit the features. Polymer grip down here. It's got a decent amount of texture, not overly aggressive, but it does have some. You do have the grip safety that, people love them or hate them. I'm not usually a fan. The best thing you can say about a grip safety is you don't feel it when you grip the gun, and I feel like that's how this one's going to be. When you get a good grip, I'm not really feeling it. I guess we'll know more when we shoot it, but it certainly doesn't feel terrible. This version does have ambi thumb safety. I think they do make a version without it, but I guess he chose to have the safety. Slide stop, slide release, only on one side. It's not ambi, but the magazine release is swappable. Trigger on this, not too bad. Hammer fire guns, you can have a decent trigger. Hit the wall, and you got a nice crisp break. Not super light, probably a good 5.5 pounds, but it's pretty crisp. Reset, pretty far out, and you can barely hear it. You do have an accessory rail for whatever you want to put out there. Got some really nice slide serrations to give you extra grip. Even though it's not hard to rack, it's good to have extra texture out here. And you do have some wings on the back that make it even easier to grab. Just the easiest rack and slide there is on a 9mm that I know of. Pretty cool. Obviously, it's optics ready. He's got his Holosun 407K on there that we're going to have to sight in when we take her outside and do some shooting. But definitely a neat little package. It's a Smith & Wesson, so it should do just fine. I don't know that this would ever be my first choice for concealed carry. I prefer striker fire with no safeties, but there's a lot of people out there who do like having extra safeties on their guns. But hey, we're going to take this out. We're going to run at least a couple hundred rounds through it, see how it does. We'll come back in, and I'll give you my thoughts on this thing. All right, I think we got the Holosun dialed in pretty good. We'll put our first two full mags through it and see how this thing feels. All right, initial impression, not as snappy as I thought it might be for being, fairly lightweight. And trigger doesn't feel bad at all. Not a target trigger, but pretty darn good. All right, step back to about 15 yards, see how we can do. So I've got about 4 or 5 mags at least to this thing now, and I'm glad to say I don't feel that any. The grip safety doesn't affect me. Feels pretty good in your hand. Not as flippy as I thought it'd be. That's fun to shoot. All right, let's try that 25-yard plate. All right, not bad. Think I missed a couple on there, but yeah, she shoots good. All right, back inside from shooting the Equalizer, and yeah, this thing was a blast to shoot. A little more fun than I thought it was going to be. You know, I don't think that you know, I'm the target audience for this thing, but it still shot great nonetheless. It's got a pretty decent trigger. I used a red dot, but those sights are more than adequate. The grip safety, didn't even notice it. Like I said, that's the best thing you can say about a grip safety is if you don't notice it. So Smith & Wesson got that right because I never felt it, never hindered me in any manner whatsoever. I only put 200 rounds through it today, so not much of a torture test, although 100 of those rounds were some Winchester steel case, so it was able to eat those up, and yeah, thing shot great. Like I said, I'm probably not the target audience, but if someone wanted to recommend a firearm for their mother or somebody who's older with weaker hands, you know, and likes having an external safety, I could definitely see me recommending this to somebody. Just probably not for me or my buddies, but a good pistol nonetheless. Really cool that he got it for a good price, and the flexibility of having all these magazines, because you know you can carry it with the 10-rounder, carry it you know, inside the waistband or in your purse holster or whatever you want to do, but then you know you've got 15 rounds here, and you can put this at your nightstand and make it a home defense gun because you can put a light on the rail. So definitely not a bad little deal, just not for me. Well, there you go, guys. Smith & Wesson Equalizer. Y'all have a nice day.